My kid's friend's parents asked for guardianship and tried to keep him. I'm 24, and I've raised my son Owen, 8, since day one. His mom left and never paid. My parents cut me off. I dropped out and worked whatever I could. We share a 1-bedroom. He gets the bedroom. I take the pull-out. It's tight, but the lights stay on. I tell him money isn't everything. He won't have the newest thing, but he has what he needs, and a dad who shows up. Birthdays are homemade. We ride the bus, cook together, and most nights read until he falls asleep. Our city uses a school lottery, and the school near us is rough, so I put his name in for one across town near my job. In 2nd grade, he met a kid named Charlie. They clicked fast. After school, they hung out at Charlie's place. I met his parents, Nate and Paige. They seemed very steady. Their place has a yard and room to run. Our place is small, and I work late. It made sense the boys were there more. That spring, I missed sign-ups for the low-cost camp by a couple minutes. Paige offered to watch Owen for the week. I tried to turn it down. She insisted. They went to the science center, a trampoline park, the pool. She sent photos of him grinning with wet hair and sunblock on his nose. I offered to cover tickets or snacks. She refused. I felt odd taking that much help, but Owen came home happy and tired, and I let it go. All summer, he split time between day camp and Charlie. They invited him on a weekend at the lake. I hesitated. I asked where he'd sleep, who would drive, and what they'd do if he got sick. They answered everything. They gave me the address. It was 2 hours away. Owen begged. I said yes. He came back with a keychain and fish stories. Nate and Paige told me again what a great kid he is. One afternoon, I asked Paige why they were so eager to include him. She said they wanted a sibling for Charlie, but it didn't happen. She said Owen couldn't replace a brother, but he made Charlie less lonely. I understood. The boys called each other bro. At Christmas, they told me not to worry about break. They'd cover the days. I agreed. Owen came home with more gifts from them than from me. A hoodie, sneakers, Lego sets. I thanked them. I swallowed my pride for Owen's sake, but it stung. It was more than most parents buy for a kid's friend. Something in my gut tightened. I told myself it was kindness. This spring break, they didn't just offer to watch him while I worked. They asked if he could sleep over the whole week so I could pick up extra shifts. I did the math. If I worked late, I could finally save for the bike he wants for his birthday. I said yes and packed his bag with a label on every shirt. Each night, Paige texted photos. The boys building a blanket fort. Nate tossing a baseball with them. Owen stirring batter with flour in his hair. A couple things made me pause. That Thursday, Owen video called me and showed me a small homework desk. Paige said he could keep it there. She mentioned they'd grabbed him a hoodie and sneakers because he'd grown. She also posted a photo of the boys in matching pajamas and tagged me. It felt like a line crossed, but I told myself to breathe and finish my shift. She signed one text, "Tell our boy good night." I stared at the words, then put my phone away and went back to work. Saturday afternoon, I drove over to pick him up. The boys were in the backyard racing scooters. Their wheels rattled on the patio. Paige and Nate asked me to sit at the kitchen table. A folder lay there. Paige said they love Owen and he's a joy to have. I thanked them, said again how much their help meant. Paige asked if he could stay a little longer. I said Easter was the next day and school was Monday. Nate said they could take him to school. I said it was time for him to come home. Nate looked at Paige, then at me, and asked what I'd think about Owen staying with them long term. He said I could still see him, but they could take care of the rest. I laughed, thinking it was a bad joke. Like you'd be his guardians? I asked. They didn't laugh. Nate tapped the folder. I saw words like temporary guardianship and consent. Paige said they'd talked to a lawyer friend and it could be smooth. Think about what's best for him, she said. He thrives here. He has a yard, camps, vacations we can afford. My chest went cold. I told them this isn't a movie. You can't just decide to keep someone's kid. Paige softened her voice. She said they weren't trying to take him. They wanted to share the load and give him more. Nate said I'm young, I work too many hours. I look tired, and this would fix a lot. He slid the folder closer. I kept my voice steady and said no. Owen has a home with me. I stood and called for him. He came in sweaty and smiling, helmet in his hand. I told him to grab his bag. Paige reached out like she might stop us. Nate put a hand on her arm. We can help with the papers anytime, he said. I told them thanks for the week and the care. My answer is no. Now some are saying I'm ungrateful for refusing guardianship. Am I wrong here?